Hello friends, welcome to Snapbook. Today we are discussing on how to achieve mastery and its process. Hence we are going to discuss the book Mastery by author Robert Greene. Mastery is a process involving 3 phases: apprenticeship, creative active, and mastery, accessible to everyone. So the first question is, what is mastery and how did it evolve? The human brain, evolved over 6 million years, is designed for mastery through deep focus and social intelligence. Early humans developed sophisticated visual and social skills, enabling them to become effective hunters and innovators. Historical figures like Charles Darwin exemplify how passion and inclination lead to significant achievements despite initial mediocrity. So, how do we achieve mastery? This document summarizes key concepts related to achieving mastery, drawing from Robert Greene's ideas on mastery that discusses the practical application of these concepts. The central themes includes the importance of intrinsic motivation, the stages of learning, overcoming challenges, and the need for a holistic approach. It also tells us how to encompass technical skill, social intelligence, and creative thinking into mastery. We'll cover what it takes to move through the 3 stages of mastery: apprenticeship, where you build a solid foundation; the creative active phase, where your unique style begins to take shape; and finally mastery, where your impact becomes truly meaningful. To achieve mastery, one must embrace discipline, effort, and the transformative power of time in their learning journey. First, the foundation, intrinsic motivation, and the life's task. So to start with, it is seen that the problem is of misaligned pursuits. A core idea is that many individuals are pushed towards careers that do not resonate with their true interests, leading to mediocrity. Robert Greene argues, we have too many Mozarts who are forced to become a doctor. These individuals end up unfulfilled and less effective in their work, as they lack the deep dedication required for mastery. Leonardo da Vinci reflects on his life, artistic journey, and the inner force that guided his creativity before his death. Next, the inner force or life's task. Masters are guided by an inner force or life's task that propels their work. This is not about external rewards, but rather a deep connection with a field or craft that feels like a calling. The path to mastery begins with identifying this calling. Each person has a unique vocation that represents their authentic self, often drowned out by social pressures to conform. Historical figures like Napoleon, Socrates, and Einstein experienced a guiding force or voice that influenced their paths. Our uniqueness is encoded in our DNA and expressed through early inclinations, which can lead to fulfilling careers. The journey toward mastery is nonlinear, requiring exploration and adjustment to find the right niche that sparks excitement. Next, reconnecting with childhood passions. One way to discover this calling is by revisiting childhood interests and patterns, which are often unfiltered expressions of our true selves. Often a child is untainted by external influences like parental pressure or societal expectations. Childhood experiences often reveal deep inclinations that can guide individuals toward their life's task. Strategies for finding one's life task. First, return to your origins. The primal inclination strategy. Greene encourages individuals to look back to their early passions and fascinations to understand their true path. This is endorsed by examples like Einstein and Bergman. Second, occupy the perfect niche, the Darwinian strategy. The idea here is to find a specialized field where one can thrive without facing overwhelming competition. V.S. Ramachandran's story of specializing in perception and optics to occupy a very specific niche is an example. The concept is that you set your own agenda and command the resources available to this niche. Third, avoid the false path, the rebellion strategy. Choosing a path for the wrong reasons, such as money, fame, or parental approval, can lead to dissatisfaction. The example of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's strained relationship with his father is an example of rebellion strategy. Author advises, actively rebel against those forces that have pushed you away from your true path. Let your sense of rebellion fill you with energy and purpose. The 3 stages of mastery. First, apprenticeship. This is a period of focused learning and skill development. The apprenticeship phase is crucial after formal education, where 100% of individuals face insecurities and emotional conflicts, necessitating lessons from masters to achieve mastery and independent thinking. Charles Darwin, born in 1809, struggled academically, leading to his father's disappointment. Darwin was recommended for a position as an unpaid naturalist on the HMS Beagle. The Beagle set sail in December 1831, and Darwin, during the voyage, collected numerous specimens and developed the famous theory of evolution based on his observations. But the question is, what gave Darwin breakthrough in his career? Was it his research, or was it the research under guidance? The next section discusses the importance of self-mastery through an apprenticeship phase for personal and professional development. The apprenticeship phase lasts 5 to 10 years and is crucial for developing future powers. Many individuals enter the workforce unprepared, carrying misconceptions and emotional issues from their dependency phase. The goal of an apprenticeship is the transformation of mind and character, not merely financial gain or titles. Practical knowledge is more valuable than immediate monetary rewards, emphasizing the importance of learning opportunities. The apprenticeship involves 3 overlapping steps: deep observation, skills acquisition, and experimentation. An apprenticeship can take various forms, including single positions or a combination of experiences across different fields. First, deep observation. Entering a new career requires understanding its unique rules, procedures, and social dynamics. Instead of trying to impress, the apprentice should focus on observing successful individuals and how systems operate in their field. As Greene says, you walk in there and observe, but you're not making the mistake of asserting yourself like everyone else. Second, skill acquisition phase. This is where the 10,000 hours or 20,000 hours concept is discussed, which refers to the dedicated practice needed to achieve technical proficiency, leading to significant changes in the brain. The process of skill acquisition transforms individuals, enhancing their emotional development and redefining their sense of pleasure. Third, experimentation phase. Move from following rules to breaking them, gain hands-on experience, and creating your own work. Working with hands and building tangible products enhances problem-solving skills and cognitive abilities, countering cultural biases against manual labor. Notable figures like Thomas Jefferson and Albert Einstein recognized the value of hands-on work in fostering practical intelligence and creativity. But the question is why some of us are still unsuccessful? The reason is we don't complete the process of mastery and focus on earning in between. Learning over earning. The primary focus during this stage should be on learning, not on financial gain. Masters in various fields have utilized self-directed apprenticeships, emphasizing the value of learning over monetary gain. Benjamin Franklin chose a printing apprenticeship to pursue his writing ambitions, demonstrating the importance of personal choice in learning. Albert Einstein worked at a patent office, allowing him time for thought experiments that led to his theory of relativity. Zora Neale Hurston created her own literary education through house-cleaning jobs, reading discarded books, and seeking formal education later. So what do these examples teach us beyond mastery? The concept of resistance practice is introduced, encouraging learners to focus on their weaknesses and push through discomfort. Thus, we conclude that there are no shortcuts to mastery. Consistent effort and immersion in a field are essential for success. Chapter 3. Absorb the master's power. The mentor dynamic. Mentorship accelerates learning and creativity, allowing individuals to absorb knowledge and experience efficiently. Seeking out a mentor is crucial for accelerated learning, but the protege must learn to transfigure the mentor's ideas, eventually surpassing them. As Greene states, you don't know that you should never outshine your master. Mentors provide feedback, challenge perspectives, and share wisdom. Learning from mentors can streamline the educational process, potentially reducing the time to mastery by years. The emotional dynamics between mentors and proteges, suggesting that a strong emotional connection enhances the learning experience. The role of mentors is the alchemy of knowledge. Mentors, when effective, allow students to find and refine their own path and ideas, and must have their ideas transfigured, rather than simply copied. Similar is seen in the relationship between Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud. Jung had worked out all of his doubts and sharpened certain core ideas about human psychology. In the end, the struggle had strengthened his sense of identity. A strong mentor can show the apprentice what mastery truly looks like and demand more of them than other authorities. This point is well illustrated with the anecdote about the monk Hakuin's experience with his master, Shoju Rajan. Mentors must also teach students how to think inside their field. Michael Faraday's relationship with Humphrey Davy is used as an example. Faraday's mind had a way of working within that system, seeing the connections, and using what he had learned to make further discoveries. Michael Faraday's journey from a bookbinder's apprentice to a renowned scientist illustrates the power of mentorship and self-directed learning. B. Creative independence. The apprentice takes on autonomy, applying learned skills to express a unique voice. After foundational training, it's time to express one's unique voice and ideas, making a name for oneself in the field. It is important to avoid rigidity after years of training. Avoiding rigidity. After training, it is crucial to avoid becoming entrenched in conventional thinking. The creative mind. This is achieved by combining a child's wonder with adults' experience and knowledge. Commitment to a project. A creative project that sparks genuine interest should be pursued wholeheartedly. Dedicate to a project that genuinely interests you, pursue it to fruition, and persist through challenges. Flexibility. Keep your mind flexible by sitting with uncertainty, stimulating chance associations, and iterating ideas. Persistence. Overcoming emotional obstacles is a necessary part of expressing your creative vision. Strategies for creative thinking. Cultivate negative capability. Embrace uncertainty. Allow for serendipity. Step outside your comfort zone. Engage in the current. Immerse yourself deeply in your work. Alter your perspective. View problems from multiple angles. Revert to primal intelligence. Engage your senses. Working with deadlines. This will push the brain to make connections necessary for creative breakthroughs. Pitfalls to avoid. Complacency, conservatism, dependency, impatience, grandiosity, inflexibility, mastery. This final stage involves combining rational thinking with refined intuition. Mastery is framed as a process of continual growth and self-discovery, not a final destination. Mastery is not a question of genetics or luck, but of following your natural inclinations and the deep desire that stirs you from within. At the stage of mastery, one must do following. First, fusing intuition and reason. High-level intuition is developed through experience, allowing for quick, accurate judgments. Author states, masters accomplish great things because they can combine the intuitive with the rational. Second, broader perspective. Masters gain an understanding of how their field evolves, studying its history and mental models. Third, lifelong journey. Mastery is seen as an ongoing process that requires continuous and purposeful practice, aligning with creative drive and an understanding of the field's complexity. While we are in the process of mastery, we come across challenges. They may be called as plateaus. Next section discusses this. Section 3. The plateau and the nature of progress. The character of plateaus may be understood as: first, nonlinear progress. The path to mastery is rarely a straight line. Progress often looks like a brief period of quick improvement followed by a plateau, where progress seems to stall. Mastery is more like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and then staying in the same place for a long time. Probably 95% of the path to mastery is spent on the plateau, where you see no progress. Next, plateaus are normal. Plateaus are a natural part of the learning process and should be embraced rather than feared. Next, loving the plateau. The plateau is a time for consolidation and internal growth. You should enjoy the current moment rather than chasing the next goal. The in-between moments. Learning to appreciate the in-between moments, as Zen students do in sweeping, as this creates fulfillment and helps overcome impatience. These plateaus may be perceived differently by each individual. Therefore, author identifies broadly 3 personality types. Section 4. The 3 personality types and the importance of mindset. First type is called the dabbler. They get excited about new things, but give up when faced with challenges. Second type is called the obsessive. They double down on efforts, ignoring the need for rest and reflection, eventually burning out themselves. Third type is called the hacker. They are content to remain on the plateau and do not strive for further growth. Understanding these tendencies helps to adjust responses when challenges are encountered. The author recommends you to try to see yourself in these types and understand how you will respond when you hit a plateau. There are some other significant challenges also seen during mastery. Next section discusses them. Section 5. Overcoming obstacles to mastery. First, homeostasis. This is the body's and mind's tendency to resist change, even if the current state is unhealthy. Homeostasis is a force that tries to keep things in the same state even if that state is unhealthy and miserable. Dealing with homeostasis. This can be done by recognizing how it works, be willing to negotiate with the resistance, and building a support system with other similar-minded individuals. Second, inconsistency, blind consistency. Consistency is important, but only if it is coupled with analysis and improvement. Don't just practice the same mistakes. Third, poor instruction. Responsibility for seeking quality instruction rests with the learner, not just with the teacher. Fourth, conflicting way of life. Balancing personal goals with financial responsibilities may require sacrifices and creative solutions. Therefore, a balance is needed in the process. Fifth, perfectionism. Avoid perfectionism, as mastery is a journey, not a destination. Lowering standards to 80% may be more effective than aiming for 100% from the start. Sixth, injuries. Be aware of physical limits. Don't push so hard that you injure yourself. Seventh, vanity. True masters are not afraid of looking foolish or making mistakes. Don't let the desire to look good in front of others stop you from learning. Eighth, overcompetitiveness. Focus on the process of learning and growing rather than just on winning. Don't think of winning is everything as the only thing that matters. Ninth, obsessive goal orientation. Focus on the journey and do not obsess over the end goal. 10th, prizes and medals. Excessive use of external motivation can hinder long-term progress. 11th, being too serious. Allow for enjoyment and laughter on the journey to mastery.
Chapter 5.
Social intelligence. Beyond technical skill. Technical skill alone is not enough. Social intelligence is essential for navigating relationships and leveraging opportunities. Some key aspects to be noted here are discussed next. First, reading people. True social intelligence requires the ability to see people as they are, not as we wish them to be. This means learning to discern motives and intentions, interpreting both verbal and nonverbal cues, and avoiding projecting your own feelings onto them. Second, universal human patterns. Social intelligence means learning to recognize common human patterns like envy, conformism, rigidity, self-obsession, laziness, flightiness, and passive aggression. So the question is, how to increase this social intelligence? The next section discusses the strategies. Strategies for social intelligence. These include: first, speaking through your work. Author emphasizes the importance of social intelligence in scientific advancement, highlighting how effective communication and collaboration can lead to success. Let's see the contrasting approaches of Ignaz Semmelweis and William Harvey in advancing medical knowledge and their social intelligence. Ignaz Semmelweis worked in Vienna's obstetrics department in 1846, where 1 in 6 mothers died from childbed fever. Semmelweis concluded that hand-to-hand contact between doctors and patients caused the disease, leading to a significant reduction in mortality rates when he implemented hand-washing. Despite his success, Semmelweis faced opposition from conservative colleagues, particularly Johann Klein, who refused to accept his findings. This led to his dismissal and eventual isolation in Budapest, where he struggled to gain support. Second, crafting an appropriate persona. Let's see an example of Teresita Fernandez's journey, as it illustrates the importance of crafting a public persona to navigate the art world successfully. She discovered her passion for metal sculpture while studying at Florida International University, leading to a significant shift in her artistic direction. As she gained recognition, she adapted her public persona to assert her seriousness as an artist, countering stereotypes about female artists. Over time, she became a world-renowned conceptual artist, blending various interests and engaging with diverse audiences. Third, seeing yourself as others see you. Temple Grandin's journey illustrates the importance of self-awareness and feedback in developing social intelligence and overcoming personal challenges. Temple Grandin, diagnosed with autism, struggled with social interactions but excelled in animal behavior and design. Despite her technical skills, she faced career setbacks due to her social deficiencies, including being sabotaged and fired. By seeking feedback from audiences, she transformed her public speaking skills, becoming an engaging lecturer. The process of self-correction can enhance social skills and improve professional relationships significantly. Fourth, learning to suffer fools gladly. This section explores the journey to mastery through creativity, personal expression, and the integration of intuitive and rational thinking. For example, Johann Wolfgang Goethe faced social frustrations at the Weimar court but used them to gather material for his future works. Similarly, Joseph von Sternberg successfully directed actors by manipulating their egos, leading to outstanding performances in films like The Blue Angel. Chapter 6: The Dimensional Mind and Creative Thinking. First, moving beyond the conventional. This is the ability to think beyond rigid structures and explore unconventional ideas and perspectives. Second, the child mind versus the conventional mind versus the dimensional mind. The dimensional mind combines the creativity of a child mind with the mastery of the adult. The conventional mind is intelligent but lacks creativity. As Robert Greene states, the dimensional mind combines the craziness and the creativity of the original mind, with the mastery of thousands and thousands of hours of expertise. Third, cultivating creativity. It requires commitment to a creative task, cultivating negative capability, allowing for serendipity, engaging in the present moment, altering one's perspective, and reverting to primal intelligence. Fourth, creative breakthroughs. These breakthroughs come when tension and insight fuse. Fifth, the creative active phase. The transition to the creative active phase involves a shift from absorbing and imitating to creating and innovating. The apprenticeship of the past 20 years had prepared him well for this moment. Sixth, Greene emphasizes the importance of negative capability, meaning the ability to hold multiple perspectives and ideas simultaneously and withhold judgments. To put negative capability into practice, you must develop the habit of suspending the need to judge everything that crosses your path. Seventh, the dimensional mind is formed by the fusion of rational thought, emotional intelligence, instinct, and all forms of knowledge. As seen in the story of Marcel Proust, who, despite health issues, became a writer after years of reading and observing society, culminating in Search of Lost Time. The importance of intense focus and internalization. Finally, to conclude, mastery is a long and challenging path requiring a combination of intrinsic motivation, rigorous practice, social awareness, and creative thinking. It requires a deep understanding of your field, a commitment to lifelong learning, and the ability to persevere through inevitable challenges and plateaus. The journey towards mastery involves not only the development of technical proficiency, but also the growth of personal character and the cultivation of a holistic worldview. Keep watching for more. Like, share, and subscribe.